Don't like that. What's going on, man? Y'all jump up off of here, man. I'm trying to still messing with my lighting. Jump off in here, man. What's going on, man? I'm D. About to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. Jumped up in here. No intro. Just test something out. 786-405-9499. Want to get down with IOD Squad. Shout out to IOD Squad. We've had upgrades on IOD Squad. Everybody in the IOD Squad asking questions. We're going to get in there maybe tonight for 30 minutes, go over some of the upgrades, have some more moderators on IOD Squad, some new bots, some new things to actually give you more information to help you trade. Got some big whale alerts going on in there. So that's IOD Squad, 786-405-9499, man. I'm D. A lot going on out here, bro. A lot going on out here. Hope everybody caught the Luke interview. That's what we're going to link today. We're going to link the Luke interview today. IOD Squad scrolling at the bottom. If you want to get involved, 786-405-9499. Don't put off tomorrow. Something you could do today. The rest of your life could be seconds away. All them bad habits, you do it every day. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to link the Luke interview at the top. We'll link that at the top. And if you haven't checked out the Luke interview, man, go check it out. I'm going to bring my boy Rich in here. Rich, my NFT expert. I'm going to bring him in here. We're going to talk about it for us a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, this is a little more complicated than I thought. So get on here, man. Let me know where y'all from in the comment section. Best show on YouTube. Milton know what time it is. He know what time it is, man. Y'all get in here, man. Let me know in the comment section. Rich, what's going on, my brother?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Chilling. What's good with you?
I got a little class thing I got to do around 7, so I'm gonna be hopping off in a couple minutes and then hopping back on a little bit later.
Okay, all right.
But it's all love. Just wanted to say what's up.
Okay, we'll get into that with you when you come back on. You jump back in here, man. We'll bring you back in, and we'll jump back. We'll get your take on the Luke interview. You watched the Luke interview, right?
Yeah, man. From beginning to end, man. That's a great interview.
We'll get your take on the Luke interview. 786-405. Just don't get back in here, man. Just let me know. Well, I'll see you when you come in the back room. 786-405-9499. Anybody who want to chime in on the Luke interview, send me a text. Or right here you go, man. This is what I'm doing. I'm gonna invite y'all in right here. Send me a text, 786-405-9499, and I'll send you the link. And you can come on. And we could talk about the Luke interview, dog. What you thought was significant about it. The Luke interview. How you felt about it? Man, you may not have liked it. We got a lot more in the chamber. I see breaking news. Robbie Washington and Bobby Washington have transferred to Palmetto. Robbie Washington and Bobby Washington have transferred to Palmetto out of Killian. Both committed to the University of Miami. That's our breaking news. Let's see. And we're going to pin the Luke hashtag. Check out Chris Young, man. Hashtag what, Chris? If you want to come on, man, and talk about it, man, y'all can come in. Y'all can come in here and talk. We can talk about it. There's a Luke interview if you haven't caught it. If you're just getting in here, man, IOD Squad Investor Die. Upgrades. That's why it looks different, man. We upgrading and we're gonna keep upgrading and reinvesting into the platform so you guys can trade better. May even have an NFT one coming. So you guys can trade better, so you guys get more information, more understanding of trading. So upgrades are what you see, man. We upgraded the platform. A lot more things on there to help you guys out. Appreciate it. Everybody liked the interview so far. Let's see. Let's see if we can get let's see if we got anybody there. Let's see if anybody in the comment section want to stop through. See if anybody said they want to come on. If you're just walking in here, breaking news, Bobby Washington is transferred to Palmetto. If you're just jumping in here. One second. Morning. I'm going to have my boy Rich come on here later with me. Morning breath show at 6:30 at night. What y'all know about that? DJ Medi. What's going on, Medi? Medi usually one that weigh in on a lot of this stuff. Yeah, before I just want to see what you guys got to say before I give my 2 cents. Yeah, before I give my 2 cents on the Luke interview and what I thought, bro. And that's part one. It's another part coming. You thought those kids was through Killian? Why? Because his dad went to Killian? DJ said what Levitard did. You had to listen to you had to actually listen to the show. He said what Levitard did. Let's see. Maybe I could find it for y'all. I could find that part and play that part for y'all. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull that part up for you. Let's see. This might be it right here. Let's see. No, I didn't mean to do that. This might be right here, man. Let me pull this one in. Thanks, bro.
Going to the next level. So he didn't understand.
He was a young kid at the school.
He was a young kid going to the school working for the Miami Herald. So he would write these articles. Nobody knew why. So he would, in my opinion, fabricate the articles. Like Charles Farms and Bernard Clark say Luther Campbell paid them. I didn't even know Charles Farms and Bernard Clark. They weren't ones that would hang out with me. It was the crazy ones that was hanging out with me.
Make me understand this though. What was he trying to accomplish? Was he
build his career that it is now? Me and him real good friends. Yeah.
No, I like Dan Levitard show.
Yeah, me and Dan good friends to this day right now.
But he was from Miami and he just was being a reporter.
He was being a reporter.
Emotionally, just
yeah. I always ask him. I said, one of these football players fuck your girlfriend. Are you jealous that they had a bunch of girlfriends? Because you go after the football team, the school that you went to. I just don't understand this. I never get an answer from him.
Nah.
Yeah, I never got an answer. But I mean, he went at the school hard, and he built a career off of it. You know, and so again, you know, you know, when you look at it, and we always talk about it. I mean, going from that to the whole controversy of him asking me the questions about Ryan Collins and twisting up the words to make it seem like I'm going to give the University of Miami.
That was him that did that?
He did that.
Oh, I didn't know that was Levitard that did that. All right, man, listen, IOD Squad and Investor Die. We'll be right back, man. Make sure y'all like, share, become a member, do something with your time.
My name's Chase Smith. I'm from Palm Bay, Florida, and this is Edge, the best tasting energy drink on the planet.
No, what it was when you started writing those articles, when Dan started writing those articles, saying, "Oh, the rappers around paying the players," you know, when he started writing them, obviously public opinion believed that's what the case was. Because again, I'm the first entertainer on the sideline. Everything that you see right now wasn't happening. You know, I'm on the sideline because I'm friends with these guys and mentoring these guys at the same time. And so nobody really understood it. And none of those guys really, you know, sat down and asked those kids, because them kids, you know, they didn't want to talk to reporters like that. You know, once they started talking about dirt. And then once he started writing like that, then the Jack Thompson, who I think he went to University of Miami, who lived down there, he then jumps on it and says, "Oh, they're wearing the logo on their album covers. That should be copyright infringement. University of Miami should be suing." So he's calling the University of Miami, jumping on them, talking about suing us for wearing the jackets and all that. University of Miami's like, forget about this dude. He's a crackpot, you know, in their opinion. And at the end of the day, what happened? So all this was going on at the same time of everybody trying to figure out, you know, they see this university and they're going out there dancing and partying, you know, dancing like they dance in a music video and taunting and talking shit. And at the same time, you got this Miami hip hop group that's taunting and talking shit and fuck the police and fuck everybody and hey, we want some this and that. And so people, you know, it was going hand in hand. Right. It was going, I mean, and it was crazy.
So it just happened to work together hand in hand, like
it worked together hand. I mean, because again, I mean, the attitude of Miami, you know, is we do feel like we're us against the world. Yeah. I mean, when you look at Miami versus the Jets, go to Dolphin game versus the Jets, you see fights. Right. You know, and nobody respected University of Miami football. Right. You know, Brent Mossberger would talk bad about us. You know, it was about everybody but Miami. So it was like, the hell with y'all. And then same thing for the hip hop world. Right. We would go do concerts with Eric B. Rakim and Public Enemy and you name it, and we would get completely shitted on. Mm-hmm. You know, to the point where we would have to fight at concerts and venues because it was all about, oh, hip hop, ain't no such thing as hip hop in Miami. Right. Who the fuck are y'all? You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was a constant fight that we were having. Who are y'all as football? Who are y'all as hip hop artists? And it became, okay, fuck it. When they came in, I talked to them. Yeah. I had a conversation with the fuck somebody else.
We don't let up on this though. So listen, we know whatever rappers will, right? The kids, this is my thing right here, want to be like the rappers, and they usually put on whatever the rappers put on. Yeah. Did Miami sell more jackets, more?
Miami was at that period of time, Miami was the second leading merchandise selling sports apparel in the country. Only person who was ahead of them was Dallas Cowboys. They actually surpassed the Raiders. Yeah. You know, again, you got NWA with the Raiders on, but the Raiders already had a brand. Right. You know, they just put it on, you know, to coincide with what the Raiders was doing probably because they saw us with Miami get on. But at the end of the day, you know, they went past all that because you got young people wanting to put this shit on because of look they're fans of us. Right. You know, it wasn't at that time it wasn't a Loot record jacket. It was a damn Miami jacket. Right. I want that jacket. I want to be a part of that team. And then they eventually became fans of the University of Miami because our fans, you know, became their fans. Right. And so now those kids who are fans, they want to go play for the University of Miami.
Right.
The fucking 2 Live Crew team.
Because there's no other way to explain it. If you're saying they sold more jackets and more T-shirts than the Raiders, and how else could you explain it?
Yeah.
Is that they had a marketing, basically, conduit, which was y'all, out there touring the nation.
Yeah. With our jacket.
Represent Miami.
Yeah, you come out in that motherfucker. We're in the middle of Oakland.
Right.
In the Coliseum. 19,000 people screaming and hollering.
I'm gonna stop it right there, bro. I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna stop it right there because here's the thing. Now listen, breaking news. Robbie Washington just transferred to Palmetto. We sat down with Mesidore this weekend. Great interview. Humble kid from Canada. Humble kid, here to do work. You feel me? He's here to do work, dog. What Luther Campbell just said, our culture is contagious. Luke has so much to do. What Luther Campbell just said, bro. Now, everybody, all Hurricane fans aren't in here right now. I get it. They aren't. They aren't in here right now. I get it. But for all those Hurricanes fans that are in here, all those Miami fans, all those Heat fans that are in here, we watch people attack Luke because of his strong persona or how he felt, about University of Miami at times, right? Do you hear his relationship with University of Miami compared to yours? Do you hear what happened, though, with him and University of Miami compared to you? Do you hear what he's saying? In so many words, bro, he's saying they made University of Miami a lot of money. And at the same time, not even after, at the same time, they were making University of Miami, which nobody asked them to. You know what I'm saying? They did it on their own. There was a reporter at University of Miami attacking him. And in the midst of all of that, because once again, us not realizing how business works, not handling our business right, us not being forthright with business, us not being upfront with people, it benefited the University of Miami. Because we all know teams could win, right? Teams could win and not sell a bunch of clothes across the nation. We've seen them, Oklahoma, Nebraska. All these teams have won national championships. They didn't become national brands. You know what I'm saying? You don't think the people that were sitting in there counting the apparel sale, like, yeah, damn, this is off the chain. Like, where's this coming from? They had to know exactly where it was coming from. Now, this is the first time I sat down with Luke, but I said this before in the past. I was saying maybe Luke felt he created the culture. Maybe Luke felt he was a huge part of the culture at Miami and didn't get the recognition he deserved. I've said that before. Now we've got to sit down with him, and you heard him tell the story himself. You say the interviews need to be on 30-30. I appreciate you, bro. But you've heard him. You hear him tell the story yourself. You hear him. You tell the story yourself. So when I say, hey, so you trying to tell me? Let's see if I can get to that part. Let's see.
City of Miami
right.
uniform that we had, where we went to work with every day.
Has Miami ever said to you? Has Miami ever? Did anybody ever?
No.
You're trying to say,
no.
Hey, listen, that's
no. At that time they was like, no, fuck you. You can't come to the campus. You can't do this. NCAA investigators come to your house. Now, Miami never, only time it was okay was when Randy Shannon became the coach. Randy, when he got the job, was like, look, Luke gonna be a part of the program because I know what he meant to me as a player.
Right.
And I knew what he was about as a mentor to all of my former players.
Right.
And so he was pretty much one of the only ones that embraced me up until now, Cristobal. But everybody else was like, I was the plague. If I came around the program, it was, it's like all the dog feds would come out and be like, oh, is he gonna touch anything? Is he gonna do anything?
You gonna touch anything?
Yeah.
At what point did you realize you should have had a goddamn Luke record jacket on and not a Miami jacket on?
Well, eventually I put the fucking Luke record jacket on. And still selling thousands of those shits.
Yeah, because your brand was Luke Record.
This motherfucker right here.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But you was representing Miami and they didn't even really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wanted people to know where we were from.
Gotcha.
Even though those members of the group was not from Miami. Not one of them but me. But it was like, look, I want motherfuckers to know we from Miami.
Right.
We're not from New York. We're not from California. A couple of them, one was from New York, one was from California. One guy was from Alabama, but I wanted people to know we're Miami.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted people to know.
You had to force them to put the Miami stuff?
No.
They didn't want to rep with it, bro.
You either gonna put it on or fucking go back where you came from. No, this is the Miami shit we doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We wanted the world to know that this is what we represent and this is where we're from.
Where did Randy Shannon, why did that go wrong? Because we all wanted it to happen. Like, we all want him to be hired. We feel he deserved it. Why didn't that work?
I think Randy cared. Randy, you got to understand, Randy came in right after the Pata situation. Probably one of the worst things that happened at University of Miami. And
yeah, so I hope everybody that got a chance to watch this. See, because now you because of a footballville, you hear the story from the other side. Because I think a lot of times we realize you never get to hear the story from the other side. The story gets told, then you judge, and then you attack. Now you hear the story from the other side. Now you see why Luke would handle University of Miami a little rough when they handled Ryan Collins wrong. You say his specters on Randy with some real shit. We'll let y'all listen to that. But yeah, now you see. So all attacking Luke and he's against the program. Nobody ever comes back and say, "Dog, you know what? Maybe we was wrong." Nobody goes back to LeVar Ball and say, "Hey, your son's #1 draft pick. Maybe we was wrong." It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't. I just want to be able to tell these stories, bro. And give everybody a platform to tell their story from their point of view, without it being slanted, without them not trusting the people that they're telling the story to, none of that. Just tell their story from their point of view. I'll read a few of these comments. If you haven't checked it out, man, the video is pinned at the top of the YouTube. If you haven't checked it out, I'm going to get Rich in here. Rich is going to be back in here shortly. I'm going to get him in here and get his take on it. And anybody else that wants to come talk on Kyle, Medi, where my guys, anybody else that want to come in here and put their 2 cents in on what they thought. DW say when fans don't hear what they want to hear about their team, they go straight into attack mode. Yeah, I mean, it'd be so emotional. Yeah, I know. I should have got into it why he didn't recruit Devontae. But yeah, the fan thing, I understand the fan thing is really emotional. It's like talking to somebody about their child, and I understand that. I talk about that all the time also. It's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? But bruh, like, come on. Like, we're talking about a guy who's giving so much to South Florida football, which in return, a lot of those kids on those parks, Liberty City Park, some of those kids became Canes. You know what I'm saying? Like, Duke Johnson, and a lot of those kids became Canes. And it started on the youth football part. Now he's getting back to high school and he coached at different high schools. I mean, pay for play. I don't know if he paid kids to play at the university, but I know he was there to mentor them, to help them. You know what I'm saying? That's my question. Can somebody answer that? Because Dan went on to be a star. And he was like in the middle of it, like dead wrong. Like, I mean, maybe he was right. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he knew something. But he was a student of the University of Miami, writing for the Miami Herald, right? He's a graduate from the University of Miami, and he was writing stories against the University of Miami. They were confused, like, why do we got Mr. Pop that coochie around the team? And at the same time, somebody's in the back behind in the University of Miami counting apparel sale. Like, oh my God. How is this happening to the little private school in Coral Gables? They had to know how it was happening, bro. Luke getting his own legal battles with his own estate, with his own music career. I think come out on the short end of that stick. Made University of Miami a lot of money. Never got acknowledged. We're trying to figure out how we're going to do part 2. Because when we drop part 2 to things that like right behind each other, usually it don't go well. You know what I'm saying? But I just want you guys to hear another side, and then you can just pick like whatever side you want. Like, but media is a funny thing. It's like whoever has the right to media, right? Whoever has the right to media to get their story out there to the masses is a lot of times the story we believe. It's no different than 247 Sports with the Stars. They touching across the nation with the star system. We start believing in the star system. The same way we're going to start believing in their NIL evaluation money system, only because they're able to cover so much ground. Dan Levertard was the run that wrote the story about Ryan Collins, and Luke said he twisted his words. It was all Dan Levertard. One of the first people who Mario Cristobal did an interview with. I've heard people mention Dan Levertard's name and going after UM in the past. I'm a huge Dan Levertard fan. I used to listen to the show all the time. Now I don't really know where it is. Which one is a great NFT idea? Now I don't know which one it is. But the show I don't know. But I was a big Levertard fan. I like the way Levertard sees media and the way he comes at it on orthodox standpoint. But it was him. It was Fred, thanks, bro. It was definitely him, dog. At the middle. I don't think anybody hate Dan Levitard. But shoot, even when I posted this Luke interview and stuff on Twitter, some of the people like, Luke, you suck. I just want to be able to tell the story from the other side. It's not to attack anybody. All of us are Miami fans. I just want people to be able to tell the story from the other side on a platform where they on a platform where they have where they feel comfortable. That's all, dog. That's all. But the fact of the matter that it's no doubt that from a city of Miami, a football program starts ascending, and a rap group starts ascending, and then the small private school football program starts selling apparel across the country. It's a no-brainer that the rap group had to have something to do with it. It just was never acknowledged. I'm sure Two Live Crew and Luke them. I'm sure Two Live Crew and Luke them didn't know how to capitalize off of it or to put it in play. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get back to this subject, dog. We're gonna revisit this. We're gonna get back to this subject, dog. We'll revisit this. I got my boy Rich coming in here in a second, and we'll get back on this. Let's see. One second. We got 80 people in here, man. Do us a favor, man. Hit the like button for us and share for us. Listen, if you want to send donations, bro, you can send donations. That ain't something we really harp on. We deal in kind of value, but I see a lot of people saying, man, I'm from Texas. How could I help out my brother? I'm from Wichita, man. I love your show. How can we help, man? You can send a donation. I don't really discriminate against the donations. You can send a donation, man. Jade Allen. Thanks, Jade Allen. We're trying to get better and better at these interviews. We got a couple in that clip. Yes, we do. We got a couple in the clip. Yes, we do. We got a couple in the clip, dog. Yes, we do. And we're going to keep trying to advance this thing to the next level. Get this thing to the next level. better and better guests. We out there fishing, dog. We got a rod out there. We out there fishing. Real fast, IOD Squad. The reason it looks different is because we upgraded the platform. There's things on there that can help you trade better now. More information, more help areas. It looks cooler. So that's 786-405-9499. If you want to get down with IOD Squad, send us a text or just jump in the link. Click on the link. I'll put the link in the comment section. Seven 786-405-9499. When is the next meet and greet? We need to get that show on the road, huh? The plan was to keep it going. After the second one, because the second one was successful. We really do need to get that show on the road, dog. I know Jacksonville wanted to come out there. Any other cities got a bunch of Kane fans? They would like the Caneville show to come to their town to be shot live. The SEC going after the SEC is a joke. SC Works will pay $125,000 in fines. Jade Allen, what did you like about the interview? Like that, let me know. What did y'all like? What did the most y'all like about the interview the most? It's only part one. Man, it could be 5 parts, bro. Like I could have just sat there and just asked some questions all day long. We didn't even get to any of the pop that coochie, me so horny. Like we didn't get none of that stuff. Mostly we kind of stayed on football subjects. Devontae Freeman's story was a wild one. Why we didn't go after Devontae Freeman? If you think though, the relationship between Randy and Miami Central was kind of weird during that time. It really was. And I didn't think Devontae Freeman will fall to the wayside. Will fall to the wayside in the midst of all of that, but he did. X. We got X in here, man. X, we live, bro. Before we say anything crazy, what's going on, man?
What's up?
Chilling. Breaking news is that, man. We got Robbie and Bobby transferred to Palmetto, man. You got any insight on that, boy? You know we got some people at Palmetto, boy. What'd you happen?
Yeah, I mean it was in works for a little minute. I already knew about it, but they was like they didn't want to break the news. It wouldn't happen. So yeah, them boys at Palmetto, Palmetto, they coaching staff always get some players. I tell you that.
Yeah, is it the same exact staff?
Yeah, it's the same staff. I mean, eventually you kind of knew a lot of them players from Kenny was going to leave because Coach Gibson ended up leaving and getting the I think he got a job in college now. I think he's with FIU if I'm not mistaken.
Right, and then they brought in.
So they have a new coach. Right. So you kind of figure, and then Rose Green left too. So a lot of them players was going to leave.
When did Rose Green leave?
Rose Green is at Carol City now.
When did he leave though?
After the season last year. Well, I don't know if he had Carol City. I know that's what the plans were. I don't know if it officially happened, but he was supposed to leave and go to Carol City. So
Killian was just trying to keep it together, and they kept. They kept the brothers. They kept them. They kept them in the fold for a long. They kept them. They kept them together for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it was when they told me, I was surprised. I was like, well, the dad went to Killian, so you kind of figured the dad would want his sons to graduate from Killian too. But
yeah, there's a lot going on there. It's a lot going on there right now, though, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot going on in high school. Period, man. A lot of kids transferring. They just did their little spring thing, and a lot of them started to transfer. Pace getting a whole lot of kids. A lot more kids transferring out to Chaminade.
Right.
My homeboy, he keep hitting me. He want his son to leave to go to St. Thomas. It's a lot going on, man.
Wild West out here. So right on campus right now, what's going on campus right now?
They just doing summer workouts. Basically, the skill position players, they out there running routes and stuff like that for the quarterbacks, if anything is happening. But it's just summer workouts for everybody who's in for summer A, which I think is everybody. The only one I think who hasn't gotten there was Moten, Amar Moten. But everybody else is there. So they just working out. Getting used to the strength and conditioning program, because as you've seen, them boys are like, man, this when Coach Phil, how you pronounce the strength and conditioning coach, once he got there, they were like, oh man, this is something new. We ain't used to this stuff.
Right.
So yeah. And then just looking at some of the players now, man, like they look like they fit, getting bigger. Starting to look like football players again.
Yeah. A lot of good things I'm hearing, man. We sat down with Mesidore this weekend, man. Would you say Mesidore is our best end? He had 5 sacks as a freshman.
Statistically,
and they moved him to nose guard. Yeah. They moved him to nose guard. He played from nose guard. He had 4.5 at nose guard, but didn't want to stay at nose guard. And saw that they were messing around in West Virginia. And he was like, I'm a transfer. And they was like, okay. And then he was like, I'm a transfer. And then they were like, and they were like, all right. You know what I'm saying? But is he our best pass rusher?
Statistically, yes, he is. I only watched a lot of him at defensive tackle when he moved on the inside. I didn't really pay much mind from his freshman year, but statistically, yes, he's our best edge rusher. The guy, what's his name? The one who came from UCLA. He has the most pressures though. He just don't have the sacks. He gets around. He just not getting the sacks. Yeah, he gets around to the quarterback. He just don't get the sacks.
Mm-hmm.
So
what I heard was that Agudier is still raw. Like he's a raw talent. Like he probably has the physical ability, but the techniques he still isn't there from some people who was out of UCLA with him.
I think him coming to Miami best suits him, especially if you're going to have the 4 down linemen on the defensive line. Because when he was at UCLA, it was mostly like a 3-4, where he's coming off as that edge rusher linebacker position.
Yeah.
Similar to like when Phillips was at UCLA. You know what I'm saying? So I think him putting his hand in the dirt will better suit him to get more sacks or more pressures to the quarterback.
Right. So you're saying either him or Agudier, because what we have here from last year is Jafari Harvey, and he's not really
Chaz Williams, Harvey and Chaz Williams. I mean, to be truthful, when Chaz Williams out there, I think he looks like he's the best natural pass rusher. I just don't think he just put it all. He hasn't putting it together on the field yet. I don't know if it's because he hasn't gotten opportunity. Early on in the season last year, we thought he was gonna have a double-digit sack leader again. But
from who? From where? From who?
From Chaz Williams. You remember early on, Chaz Williams was the one getting to the quarterback. So we felt like he could have that. But to be truthful, we have a whole bunch of. I think most of our defensive ends are real athletic. So,
You say they're real athletic?
Yeah, they real athletic. Remember when Harvey got the interception and he ran for a touchdown? I was like, wow. Like, that was a very athletic play.
Right. Talking to Mesidore was funny because I was telling Mesidore, hey, you got a chance to come in here, bro, and wreak havoc. Like make some noise. And I think in his mind he was thinking that, man, they done put 2 dudes in the NFL first round. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to walk in here and have to fight for it, right? So that's not necessarily the case, though.
I mean, okay, yeah. So he could come in and start right away. Like I told people, no official starters are going to be named to fall camp. Outside of Tyler Van Dyke, outside of the punter Lewis Headley, outside of him, outside of James Williams, I think everybody else position is up for grabs.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Okay, I would say maybe the kicker too. The kicker probably has a position already solidified, but other than that, especially on defense, especially on the defensive line and linebacker, everybody's position is up for grabs. Especially on
that. Everybody, dog.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, because nobody has really stood out to say I'm the best man here, and you just got to wait your turn. So
that boy said.
I mean, look, just look. Every position, the staff went and got somebody for every position besides safety. And quarterback. Besides safety, quarterback. Them the 2 positions the staff didn't even pay attention to in the transfer portal.
Right.
So if you look at it like that, you just know they already confident with the safety room. Then they confident with the quarterback room. They added a running back. They added a receiver. They added some O-linemen. They added defensive lineman. They added a linebacker. They added a quarterback.
Talking to Mesidore, he's a kid from Canada. Came out there, played his last year at Clearwater Academy, like one of those schools where they don't play for a state championship, yada yada yada. Did his thing. Listening to him talk, and I'm gonna get Rich in here for this conversation. Anything else you want to add, X? What's going on? Other than kids transferring.
With UM, I think, okay, so the month of June is going to be, that's when they start doing all the camps and stuff. They're going to do, I think, a camp from the ages of 5 to 16, I think. 5 to 16. Kids? Yeah, well, 5 to 16. So if you got kids, you could bring them, you could register down there, go down there, get coached up by the staff. Then they're going to have an offensive line camp. They're going to have a 7-on-7 camp. Then they're going to have the team camps, and then they're going to have the Legends camp. Everybody keep asking me, the Legends is just basically a new name. They took away the Paradise.
Right.
Which makes sense because now FAU is using Paradise. So yeah, they using Paradise. They keep, they saying, "Oh, come to Paradise, come to Paradise." So they using Paradise.
Gosh.
I mean, but it makes sense because when you go to the Paradise camp at UM, it's nothing but former Legend Canes. That's so you might well call it the Legends camp.
And I guess at FAU, that's how they can identify to tell people where they are really located. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because nobody really know where FAU. Like they saying Boca and stuff like that. But the other day, I asked the question on Twitter about which former Canes would they like to see at the Legends camp. Man, there was everybody would like Santana Moss. Andre Johnson, Ray Lewis,
I saw
Sap,
Frank Gore.
Frank Gore, yeah, Frank Gore.
Mhm.
They were pulling up some names, man, like a bunch of them. And, then I started thinking. I said, well, what if the Bermuda Triangle all come at one time?
I hope so, because we're trying to interview James Jones here in terms of that.
You know what I'm saying? The Bermuda Triangle. What if we could get another name? Everybody kept saying was The Rock, and I don't know if The Rock came before. I'm not sure if he came. Did he come? Did he come that first year with Mark Whitson?
I never seen The Rock there. I don't recall The Rock being there. Comment section, they gonna know. They know everything.
Yeah, I don't think he came. So if he did, I mean, if he come, that'd be huge. That'd be huge. Who else?
Jeremy Shockey came before.
Yeah, Jeremy Shockey was there 2 years ago, I think. With remember he came. That's when the big tight end who had ended up going to Georgia.
Right.
And they were standing next to each other, and I was like, dang, that kid bigger than Shockey already.
I mean, Big Warren Sapp, some of the names that keep coming up, Horace Copeland, like his name keeps coming up.
Horace
Copeland.
One
of the most talented people, right? Some people who haven't been back, bro, like what's the running back, man, out of
Ray
Palmetto?
Lewis. Oh, you talking about the one from Palmetto?
Yeah, Warren Sapp told a story on how he ran all over.
You talking about Danielle Ferguson?
Yeah,
Danielle
he's
Ferguson.
right here. He's here in Miami. I'm gonna see if I can get him.
That'd be good.
He owns some other stuff though. He in trading and some other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I know Santana Moss would be good too. I don't think Santana Moss came to one yet.
Why do you think Santana Moss don't show up for anything?
He be having a lot going on. Santana Moss stays busy a lot. He stays busy. Yeah, he always busy. But I'm sure I think a lot of them will start coming back around now because they're welcome.
Right.
So
right.
Willis McGahee, I think that's another name a lot of people want to see. Another one I told everybody, and I guess I had to explain it why. I said the 2008 recruiting class. I mean, the 2008 recruiting class. And people were like, oh, no, they failed. I say, but it ain't about that. I say, y'all preach and scream all day about local kids staying home. That 2008 class did exactly what y'all wanted them to do.
Right. Now you're talking about they failed. You don't want to see them.
Did they succeed? No. I say, but I think we have a coaching staff. If that coaching staff we had right now got that class, I guarantee you that class would have succeeded.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's how I had to explain to, like, it's not about they failed because
they failed.
We didn't have the coaching staff for them.
What have you done for me lately, dog? That's
you know what I'm saying. So, but y'all keep screaming, "Oh, local kids should stay home. Y'all should stay this and this." Okay,
right. Until they start missing balls. Then you treat them like they from Texas.
Yeah. So
listen, man, real fast. And I'm gonna get you out of here, dog. Rich, you here?
Yo, what's going on, y'all?
What's up, bro? I sat down with Mesidore, and what I got out of it with Mesidore in West Virginia is some of these colleges aren't transitioning to NIL, and some of them aren't moving as fast.
Well, I think the reason why a lot of them aren't moving fast because a lot of them trying to get it done. They want to do it the right way. They don't want to do it and then it's wrong and get cheated. Which is why a lot of talk is coming out from a lot of coaches because they say, man, we do it. Next you know, they said we got caught for cheating. We can't tell them we didn't cheat because we did. We just ain't know that it was cheating. So they say, let's wait for all let's wait for all the rules to come before we get into it. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm still just cheating. Yeah. All right. Well, listen. Y'all cheat on top of the table. We gonna just do it more under the table until we get this shit together.
Yeah. We gonna keep doing it the way we've been doing it until y'all figure things out.
What do you think, Rich?
I mean, it's to be expected because just like X said, there's no rules. So if I know I'm doing dirt, why am I gonna put my dirt out in the light when I could possibly get sanctioned because I put my dirt out in the light? So I'm gonna keep my stuff under wraps, just like everybody else, and not bring that attention to the university. So that's that. But also we got to look at this too. Outside of the programs that's in the Power Five, I mean, if you not going to a Power Five, are you somebody that's really screaming, "What about NIL?" If you know you're not going to a Power Five like that? I mean, the conversation is really short and sweet at this point because you're still trying to secure that scholarship.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of people think it's hurting. They talk about it's hurting college football, this and this. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, what do you mean it's hurting college football? If every team is good, that makes college football a lot better. I would think so. Like, you don't want to just keep saying Alabama, Georgia, Clemson in the playoffs every year.
Right.
And so now you got teams like Louisville. Louisville, they have a bunch of NIL programs up there where a lot of kids going to start going to Louisville.
Right. Same thing with Tennessee. With
Tennessee. They I've been told people this about Tennessee. I say, man, if Tennessee wanted to play with money, they gonna do it the best because they got a whole lot of it. You know what I'm saying? So you see Texas A&M. And for some reason, they only talk about USC and UM. I'm like, well, why did y'all only talk about USC and UM and NIL stuff? Because everybody else is doing it. But they talk about USC and UM because guess what? Those are the programs that if they good, guess what? College football is good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because them two programs had a style of how they played on the field. You know what I'm saying? You can see the tradition of Alabama. You can see the tradition of Georgia. With UM and USC, it was no tradition. It was like, man, we just gonna get the best players and they just gonna whoop on over everybody.
Right.
Man,
the thing with USC and UM too is that when you play for those schools, you're actually a celebrity. So
True.
if you could capitalize on not only playing for a school that's really good, you got all your friends right in your backyard, but all of y'all are now celebrities and y'all actually have money. So could you imagine being like Michael Irvin back then and you getting $100,000 a year to play football?
We done heard stories about Michael Irvin back then.
Right.
Walking around with the big chains on. And I mean, remember they say them boys was when they was good, you know what I'm saying? The Dolphins really wasn't that good. So they was the stars, the celebrities in the city of Miami.
Right.
We've heard them stories.
Just like the basketball game the other day, you see a bunch of UM coaches like sitting on the floor.
Right.
That ain't normally happening and stuff at other schools, you know. But
it was a bunch of UM coaches on the floor the other day.
Man, Rump was on the floor. Coach
Really?
Roland Smith was on the floor.
Oh boy.
They was there, man. Mario, he's sitting. I don't know if Mario was sitting on the floor, but he was almost by the bench. So.
Oh wow.
Right.
Listen, man, Mario finna create some rockstar shit, fool.
Nah, look, it's and they saying everything's successful about the whole city. They putting it back on Mario back. So it's like, man, he got it, man. He got it. They also started to start working on the new IPF. Basically, gonna be adding some yards to the IPF.
Mm-hmm. The locker room should be done, I think, first.
The locker room will be done.
Talked to Mesidore about that. Mesidore got really excited when we talked about the locker room. I said, yeah, then you come from some good facilities. West Virginia got some nice facilities, dog.
Yeah, they do. But nah, man, so when Mario agreed to come to Miami, man, whoever he talked to about displaying the locker room and then the new facilities and stuff that they got, they was on point, man. Like they from the talks of it, they basically saying, man, we're gonna have almost like an NFL facility.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the money here. Stop playing, because I think the money finna start flowing like an NFL, like an NFL whole team. You know what I'm saying? So I think the money is about to start flowing that way. So like, time to stop faking.
I mean, right. If they do that, man, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. Me and Honey had a Twitter space, I think last week or the week before, and she was asking people, when kids visit campuses, do they decide on going to that school because of facilities? And I say, yes, some kids do go to schools because of facilities, and they thought I was playing. And I would say, no. If you have a top 5 list of why I go to that school, facility is probably 2 or 3. It's
in there. I mean, because facilities got a lot to do with recovery time, got a lot to do with medical, it got a lot to do with I just think once the facility is here, money is in the NCAA, Miami, USC, some of these schools could pitch something to these kids that who wants $100,000 in Tuscaloosa? Like who wants to be getting all this stipend money, and you're in, just name one of the places, like
Nebraska,
Valley, Nebraska, Athens, Georgia.
Yeah, a lot of them born. And I told him, I said, and that's why a lot of them kids go to them programs, because guess what? They build so much in that facility to make them kids not want to leave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now
they can't build Miami.
You can't. No, guess what? You got the facility and you got Miami. That's a double whammy.
They cannot build the city of Miami, and that's another reason why I'm saying stay in that stadium. That man is building that area. They just built a facility there for the Dolphins right there by the stadium. That man is making that place. That place is gonna be Wild World of Sports in middle of Miami Gardens, dog. And I'm just like, just stay there. Stay there, because now you got something else nobody else has.
Oh, so you don't agree with them moving to another stadium then?
Not unless it's something epic. I mean, not unless it's something epic, like they come up with something epic that's their own. But it looks like they're going to be written anyway, right? Okay,
so the scenario that I got from one of the guys about where the new soccer stadium where they're going to build, it's a whole bunch of land. The only way that they agree for them to get all that land is if you won't come aboard.
Yeah.
Well, check this out. Talking about the stadium, what if we are the first university to play at 2 different stadiums? So if you like, one of them, like, if you play in a school that's not a Power 5, you take it to the stadium that's near campus. But if you want to be under them lights and it's a night game, ESPN
go to the big boy.
Yeah.
Come back to the Hard Rock. Yeah.
Right.
Man, if we did something like that, we'll be on a whole different level.
Hey, if y'all just getting in here, hit the like button for us, man. Hit the like button for us. We got 300 people don't watch, man. We got 40 likes.
That's wild. You get that, but I mean, the way they the way they've been explaining how to say the stadium will be, basically during football season. You know what I'm saying? The Hurricanes will have the stadium by itself, unless it's a game, a big game for them. But my only concern about that was how many seats? You know what I'm saying? Like, for the football, you need at least 60 to 65,000.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to build 65 foot a stadium. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I don't know. I think the Dolphins hold 70,000, something like that, 70, 75.
Yeah.
75.
Yeah, that stadium, that Dolphin stadium is perfect. And I also like, if I'm not mistaken, they have like a club inside that stadium too.
Yeah. Club Live.
So it's unique. It's unique. But I'm saying like if we're able to work something out where we play in 2 stadiums, I mean, we'll be on a whole different level. We'll be on a whole different level.
That
Yeah.
boy say he don't want pink seats.
Nah, I'm pretty sure the seats will be a different color when the
Right.
Hurricanes play. It ain't gonna be
That
pink.
boy say he don't want pink. That boy say he don't want pink seats. All right, X man, you got anything else, man? You can get up out of here, dog. People was
Nah,
asking
man.
for you. They wonder where you been at, man. I wanted them to see your face, let you know you was alive. You got the space tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, man, I've been chilling, man. Chilling. I ain't
Space
got
tomorrow
nothing.
night, man. Space tomorrow
Oh
night
yeah,
at
space
7:30.
tomorrow night at 7:30. Yeah,
Um,
I've been chilling, man.
if you could, I mean, you can chill out there. If you're not, man, you can get up out of here. But
I'm good. I
what I'm
am
going to
chilling.
talk about. Okay, so Luke. So I interviewed Luke and Rich. Check this out.
Yeah.
Did you watch? You watched the interview, right? Tell me what you got from the interview.
First and foremost, the thing I got from the interview is you cannot throw away people who know the history and the culture of Greater Miami as a city, but also the University of Miami as a program. I mean, because the stuff he's talking about, it's historical. I mean, there's history behind it. Also talking the in-depth stuff that he knows about specific players, and really also laying out kind of a blueprint when he's talking about how Howard Schnellenberger did, them not wanting to play. And this was not just UM. This was all of college football, not wanting to recruit in certain areas because the area is in the hood, so they don't want to recruit there. And us really getting to the point where we embrace the melting pot, which is Miami, which once again, even that helped us. Even that was in our favor because Miami is a melting pot. I got to tell you, Mario Cristobal played for UM in the late 80s, right?
Yeah.
So how many teams had, Hispanic folks on their team?
Not many.
We had all type of people on our team: Caribbean, Hispanic, Black, white. I mean, everybody came under one roof for one cause. So, I mean, we doing the same thing. Look at our coaching staff. Look at the players we recruit. So you're always welcome with open arms because that's just the tradition of what Miami is all about. And so I really appreciated that history lesson. I like what he's doing with the kids in his program at Edison because he's right about that, the feeder pattern, which is, high school football in Miami. If you're a good enough player, you're gonna go to Miami Central, Northwestern, one of them schools, or you're gonna go to a private school, American Heritage, St. Thomas. But when you get there, are you gonna ride the bench for 2 years? What's gonna happen? So I like what he's doing with his program, where he's getting kids to play early, so that way they can get looked at early, and be able to go to college and get offers over it. So I like what he's doing. Like the history. I mean, I think that interview was just on a whole different level. So can't wait for part 2.
Yeah, well, Luke. I mean, we've been trying to explain that to a bunch of the Kane fans anyway. That Luke is Miami, like the culture, the swag, everything that you love UM for. Luke was there. Luke was right there when it all happened, all started. You know what I'm saying? So I let Luke be mad at certain things when it's not. If it's looking bad, then yeah, Luke deserved to be mad because he was right there. He helped a lot of them kids get to UM. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for people to try to cast Luke out, that was dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a UM fan, heart to heart. You know what I'm saying? Probably bigger than anybody else, but he just seen it in his glory days, and he know how the machine's supposed to work. So he's watching the machine just be dead. You got a school and the machine is dead. So he watched it, and everybody, he's mad like everybody else.
Right. And when he say stuff, people don't realize that he's not talking just to talk. He's talking to get a result. So when he was talking about certain schools not being able to recruit his kids because they're not being genuine, right? Or, some of these coaches that coach at the high school level their whole life never get an opportunity to go up to that next level. I mean, a lot of people say that he's bashing UM when he talks about that, but look at the results. Coach Patty is at University of Miami right now. And I have to say something else too, because we got to talk about equity as well. Why is it that it's extremely hard for folks like a Uncle Luke to get, whether it be monetary praise or whatever the case may be? Why is it so hard for folks like Uncle Luke to get the praise that they deserve in their pocketbook when they put on for the school for as long as they have? There's no doubt that recruits have gone there because of Uncle Luke, and he's galvanized our community with wanting to go play football at University of Miami. Why is it so hard for him to not be recognized by the school?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know.
That's what I brought up in the interview. That's the part I want to talk about. Like, at the same time, 2 Live Crew took off, Miami took off.
Right.
The University of Miami was selling more apparel than any team in the nation, except the Oakland Raiders. So,
right.
The people at Miami who was counting the books had to realize that, how the fuck is a small private school in Miami selling more apparel than anybody in the nation?
Right.
They had to know where it was coming from. Luke doesn't want to say it. Luke doesn't want to say it, right? He don't want to say it.
Will's being compared to the Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys, right. But we know whatever rappers put on, kids put on.
Yeah.
At the same time, Dan Labertar was writing articles against Miami and Luther Campbell.
Right.
At the same time, he was making them money.
Right.
Rich, what you're saying is true. It's almost like a lot of times there's a group of people that put on for something and they just don't get acknowledged. Even though in that level, even though at that level, he directly brought money into the school and the school act like
I think okay, so the bad they let that bad boy image get to their head. They say, hey, man, he's bad for the image of the University of Miami. Then remember the Ryan Collins situation. A lot of fans still real mad about that. Like, I think a lot of real Hurricane fans, they still mad about that.
What was Michael Irvin? A mirror image of Luke. What was Randall Hill? What was Zoe? What was walking to the cussing and it was a mirror image of
Jerome Brown. Jerome Brown. Michael, that's Luke. Like, that's them.
So they benefited from it. You know what I'm saying?
Big time.
Now I think the Ryan Collins thing was Dan Labertar once again. It was the same writer, X. It was Dan Labertar.
Oh, see, I didn't know he was the writer that
it was the same writer. It was Dan Labertar taking Luke's words, you know what I'm saying, and putting it in the way of. Now I'm sure Luke said something along the lines of what he said, but it was him. It was Dan Labertar that printed it.
I mean, but if you look at it, yeah, I think they probably either misquoted him or then they just took it out of content, because I think what he said was why aren't you starting the black quarterback when the black quarterback is better than the white quarterback? Which is basically what he was saying.
Right.
But
why won't you give him a chance? He said Butch Davis came in and said he wasn't going to give him a chance.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Luke is he's a Miami. He's a Hurricane fan.
But why would somebody be mad at that? Like, let's be real. We just a couple years ago, we just watched the best player in college football, in Lamar Jackson, go was the 32nd pick in the first round, and he was better than every bum that they selected before him. We saw that happen. We saw some dude, Bill Polian, get on the air with his rusty dusty self and say that Lamar Jackson should go play wide receiver. We saw that. So could you imagine? This is just, and once again, we are upset about it, but you got Luke, when he does stuff with strategy, right? So him saying that about Ryan Collins probably opened the door for a lot of other kids who were black, who wanted to play quarterback, to be like, all right, one day this is going to change. Let me go ahead and keep doing what I do, right?
Right.
So sometimes when you are so ahead of everybody else in terms of your thought process and your strategy, it takes years for people to catch up.
Yeah, you be so innovative of doing certain things, and everybody can't really comprehend it. Just it takes some time to comprehend it. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I agree, because right, I played quarterback in high school, and it was two quarterbacks that I was like, okay, Charlie Ward was one of them. Ryan Collins was one, because he was from here. He was from down here. So I was like, hey, black quarterbacks can be kind of good. You know what I'm saying? We don't just have to run the ball. We can throw the ball too. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. As if we never heard about Warren Moon. If you ever saw like Warren Moon highlights back in the day, this dude was dropping dimes on everybody.
Right.
And even him, he had to go to like the Canadian Football League because for some reason he wasn't good enough to just straight up. I don't know. So
what that was about.
So we already know what the bias is, and the one thing I'll say is, if you still holding a grudge about that, you might as well tell the man thank you, because he was right. Because now you got Lamar Jackson in the league, you got Deshaun Watson's out there, you got Russell Wilson's out there. And if you look at the top 10 quarterbacks, they all got some, they got that complexion. You know what I'm saying? That's
hey, man.
Hey, come on now.
They killing Mo on Twitter with this, man. They killing. Hey, but I mean, people gotta know when people be trolling and having some fun, enjoying themselves, man. Mo is enjoying himself. He's having fun.
I believe so.
He having fun getting y'all mad, y'all pissed off, y'all blood pressure going up, and he is enjoying himself. He ain't worried about y'all. You know what I'm saying? So,
man, look, yeah, they I hope they trolling with that one. I hope they trolling.
You say today is tough. I leave my son, my friend, my best friend, my ace, my rider, my problem behind. 500 miles away. I talked to him. He was getting on the plane. I'm assuming headed back. Okay, listen, man. And I'm not gonna keep having this emotional conversation with fans, because I'm gonna let y'all just. Most still lives in these Hurricane fans, like still live in their head. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had to know when he posted this, he knew exactly what was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so for you to think that this is real, or you know what I'm saying? It's comical. Like, he had to know exactly the reaction he was going to get when he posted that. I guess that's him in Texas with Shamar's feet hanging out the dang on. That's the kind of bands they get these 6'7" dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With his feet hanging off the bed, his Texas A&M And Miami fans just use it as a chance to, all right, this is weird because you want it to be real. But to me, I just think it's fresh out the Kanye West book. Make them think they're laughing at you, and they'll surely share it.
Well,
the
I think
LeVar
one
Ball
thing we
book.
should
Make them think they're
remember-
laughing at you, and they'll bring you on their platform.
True, but one thing we should also remember: Mo is still a coach down here, so if he comes across the next Shamar Stewart, we want him to go to Miami. So we got to chill with that.
He got some good D linemen over there too, man. He got some good D linemen over there.
That's what's up.
I mean,
Anybody you know about in particular, X?
I forget the kid name. He's a 24 kid, I think. He's gonna be probably like 6'4", 6'5", maybe. I don't know the interest with him and UM yet, but then it's a 25 kid, I think 25. And he's gonna grow to be about 6'4", 6'5". Now, I've been talking with his mom. His mom wants him to stay home. His mom do not want him to go anywhere outside of being Miami. So, hopefully, he was a true freshman last year, not the 24 kid though. But his dad was big. His dad like 6'5" or something like that. So, but yeah, man, Mo just having fun. He enjoying himself, man. When I first seen it, I started laughing because I was like, yeah, watch. I say, watch UM fans go crazy about this. And it's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think it's just him having fun. I believe so, though. I think it's just him having fun. Mo Sandusky. I told Mo, I said, listen, man, thank you for giving me some more content to talk about on the morning show today, bro. Appreciate it, dog. I just know that, dog. I just know that if Mo came to Miami, right? If Shamar would have came to Miami with Mo, right? These same dudes in the comment section would have been buying Father's Day presents this week to go get him Mo. He'd have been the daddy of the year. I knew he was all Miami. No, he go to key to the city. He choose something else, and now they think he weird.
Yeah, he posted that same picture with UM gear and UM dorm. Damn, like, oh man, that's good, man. He's a father figure to him, man. He's showing him love, and everything would have been positive.
Listen, X, have there ever been any UM kids that had handlers? Come on, can you name some of the UM kids that had guys who we thought was handlers or stepdads or something? Have there been any?
Too many. Too many.
And we didn't even recognize the coach that was with him, other guy. We didn't even recognize him.
I mean, when the ball lands on us, we happy. But when we don't get it, we mad. We like, oh, they got handlers and get the handlers out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how did Mo get so famous?
Because he had the best defensive end in the nation.
I interviewed him.
Man, it's all your fault, Frida.
Yeah. Because before he came on the show, I mean, Mo been there since Shamar was a little league, but ain't nobody know. Once he came on the once you interviewed him, that's when everybody was like, "Oh, that's the dude who in control of Shamar Stewart recruiting."
I think he was headed there because he was in all the pictures. Like he would be in all the pictures on the visits.
Yeah, but they still didn't know. They probably thought, okay, maybe they didn't know. Okay, they didn't even know he was a coach. They just felt like, oh, he's the one in charge of the recruiting and stuff like that.
Chris told me I made him famous.
But once you interviewed him and then everybody knew, oh, so he's the one. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, so wherever he goes is because of Coach Mo. All right, man, Coach Mo, you like you pushing him to Texas A&M. I mean, he signs for Texas A&M. Oh man, Coach Mo, this and that. I mean, we had a situation where kids came to UM because of coaches. So,
that's how most of them happen. Like that's how most of them happen. I see people keep saying if Mo Okay, I keep people keep saying if Mo wasn't in Shamar ear, would he have ended up at Miami? And at the end of the day, that's all they care about. See, because I'm gonna flip that question. If Mo wasn't in Shamar ear, right, would he have been at Miami? Right? So I know Shamar family dynamic. I've seen it. If Mo wasn't in Shamar ear, then you got Shamar standing by himself dealing with this football stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shy kid, just interviewed him, don't talk a lot. So what we're saying is take Mo out. We don't give a damn if he's giving good guidance, if he's a dad, father figure, his mom, his family love him. Take him out. Then we can get him to Miami. Let Shamar sit down and will and deal with Cristobal by himself, who just got $9 million out of Miami. We want to see Shamar willing and dealing with Cristobal. That's what y'all want to see?
I mean, to be honest with you, and just based on how that recruitment went, it was between A&M and Miami through and through. I mean,
and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. It was between A&M and Miami. I'm not gonna say he regret going to Pickett, Texas A&M, but the man really didn't want to leave Miami. So
right. So he might. Hey, if you don't get no playing time, we might have an opportunity to, have him play for Miami. Who knows? So I don't want to speculate or nothing like that. But I'm just saying.
The second interview ready to drop. And he talks about it. He talks about how close it was. Miami didn't do itself no favors, though. No defensive coordinator. Nobody knew who John Ruiz was or what Like Wallet was.
No D-line coach.
No D-line coach.
Right.
Yeah.
That's that look in the mirror shit. You know what I'm saying? Manny handled the whole recruitment. Manny and you know what I'm saying? Like we seen Manny. We seen Manny. Boy, so much stuff coming out on Manny, man. Damn, X, what's up with your coach?
Oh man, look here. I don't even want to get started on Buddy. Hey, but to go back on the one thing I want to ask a lot of the fans, and then because we've been around the recruiting thing for a long time. It's different when it's your kid. You know what I'm saying? Now you ain't thinking emotional. Oh, I want him to go to UM. No, you ain't thinking like that. I can guarantee you're not thinking like that. But that's how the fans think. They like, boy, my kid, he going to UM. Yeah, we've heard that before. And then when them kids get older, you be like, well, dang, why he ain't go to UM? Oh, well, Oh, okay. It's your kid now. Now it's important. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of fans don't think like that. They just figure that's my school. My kid can't go nowhere else but UM. All right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Michael Irvin said that about his son. His son came in okay. You know what I'm saying? Can't get out your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Now it's about business. The best move.
Right.
The best situation for my son. Not you, the parent. For your son.
And let's put it like this, man. If we land Nilox Harbor, will we be upset? Will we still be upset about this? Because the point I'm trying to make is we kind of knew that going into this recruiting cycle, we was gonna miss out on guys because we just didn't have we didn't have a full staff in place. We're making a transition. Every team goes through that, and then when I look at how Mario strategically put the staff together and strategically took his time in order to ask for what he needed in order to really be the UM head coach, it just makes sense. And it's like, would I take and don't take it this. Shamar, you listening? Don't take it the wrong way. But would I lose Shamar in order to get $100 million for our indoor practice facility or for facility upgrades in general, or to get the Michigan, the offensive coordinator of the year last year, or to get the Charlie Strong at linebacker as our linebackers coach?
Kevin Steele, the defensive coordinator.
Come on now. So we lost some, but we gained a whole lot.
Yeah,
Now we got Mesidore on campus. I mean, we gained a whole lot. Let's put it that way.
yeah. I agree. I agree with you,
Yeah.
Rich.
I'd rather Mo stand there than Shamar walks on Texas A&M naked and somebody introduce him to said name marketing agent.
Right.
I'd rather him have a Mo in his corner than somebody who don't know him steering him in 3 months. I just think y'all don't understand what's going on in college football. That's just what I believe. You know what I'm saying? I just believe a lot of people really don't understand what's going on.
I think Teddy Bridgewater dropped something on his Twitter. I know it was in our group me chat.
He did.
Talking about taking $1 million from a agent, and now you owe that person $1 million, and you ain't even got your first check yet.
Yeah, I mean that's I'm gonna read it for y'all. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna see if I can pull it in here and read it for y'all. No, man, Teddy Bridgewater has a way with words, though. Teddy Bridgewater is very, very smooth with his words.
Right.
From Bunch Park, I don't know where he gets it from. He's just one of them special people that's able to move like he want to move. Nobody harasses him. He's able to stay real and true. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how he's able to do it, but he does it. One second, I'm gonna find this. Y'all hold it down for 1 second. I'm gonna find this and put it in the thing.
Yeah, man. But the crazy thing is, like I said before earlier, we've had coaches, we had handlers do the same thing for you. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's all good when we get that player, but when we don't, it's they just go ballistics and crazy about it. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got people in the comments saying they cool because we got Najee Kelly and Cyrus Moss. Okay, if that's the case, then squash it, leave it alone. Let Coach Mo and Shamar Stewart have fun, and worry about what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? Not about what anybody else have going on. Worry about what got going on. We hit the portal. We got 2 defensive ends who can come in and play right away. We gonna be all right, man. I'm loving the fact, like you said, Rich. Coach Mario didn't let one player force his hand. Okay, I just finna hire some guy just so we could get him. I'm gonna hire the right people for the program.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if they mad about that, okay, I guess I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, I mean,
we got 2 defensive coordinators on our staff.
We do. And the way that we're built now, and I'm pretty sure any kid in America could see it. Hold on 1 second for me.
Yeah.
Well, the way we're built right now is if anything happens to Mario, let's say Alabama comes at Mario and say, we're going to pay you $20 million a year to come back to Alabama.
You better not turn it down.
He better not turn it down. But I know one thing, we got so many coaches behind Mario that will still be able to be in a great position to really be a name in the college football playoffs, because we got the Charlie Strongs of the world. We got gold jackets on our staff, and they're on our staff. They're not just coming to practice. They're on our staff.
Yeah.
So it's almost like next man up mentality.
I think okay, so now that UM is spending money, I think the job becomes more attractive for even NFL coaches.
I agree.
Because if you live, if you could just get the talent that's in South Florida alone, that's attractive to coach. You know what I'm saying? That's very attractive to coach. So if they're gonna pay Mario $8 million, just imagine you get you a good NFL assistant coach who could make up $6 to $8 million. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the job is very attractive again. You know what I'm saying? Because they're paying, they're not paying ducats. You know, they're paying money. So,
right.
You know, and you know, my homeboy asked me that once Mario got the job. He like, man, what did Mario do so good that once Nick Saban leave, they go out to him? I say, well, I think if Nick Saban were to retire in a year or two and Mario was still at Oregon, Mario would have been the first one they call.
Yeah. Because
Mario understands how to build a team. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing everybody's saying, Mario, he's been our coach against Utah. And I'm like, well, I mean, Nick Saban was Nick Saban at Michigan State. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It took Nick Saban jobs to get to where he at. You know what I'm saying? Now he wasn't Nick Saban at Michigan State. He wasn't even Nick Saban when he went to LSU. You know, right. He won at LSU, but it wasn't like he just was so dominant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now he's dominant because it took him some time.
And I gotta tell you, I mean, yeah, Mario was outcoached by the Utah coach, no doubt. But in comparison, you look at the staff he had at Oregon and you look at the staff he has now, that's night and day. Yeah, he brought Mirabal over. You know what I'm saying? He brought the D line coach over, but look at the two staffs. They different. So, and they're different for a reason.
Yeah, I think our staff is way better. I mean, we way better than Oregon staff back then. And we went and got the Browse award winner, the best offensive coordinator in the nation. We went and got him. We went and got Frank Ponce, even though I'm not such a high fan of Ponce, but you went and got another offensive coordinator. We kept Coach Fields at tight end coach, which was an excellent idea.
Great for recruiting.
And then you got Coach Marbrian and Coach Mario for offensive line. You know what I'm saying? For defensive line, look, you bought the D-line coach John Salavaya over. You bought the defensive end coach with him. To add with that, you still have Coach Stroud on the staff.
Right. Yeah.
Then you go and get a Hall of Famer in Jason Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Then you go get a former head coach in Charlie Strong.
Yeah.
Then you go get the defensive coordinator in Kevin Steele, who was in, I don't know if he won the defensive coordinator of the year, but he was a candidate.
Right.
Then you go get the number 2 recruiter in the nation, in Coach Adai, who just led Georgia to a national championship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He still got DVD on the staff. You got Ed Reed on the staff. Like,
right.
I mean, Coach
Man, you know what?
Did what he's supposed to do.
If I was an opposing team and I saw the Miami coaches walk off the bus, I would be scared. I'd be like, damn, this is what we got to face today. The players didn't even walk off the bus yet. And you just looking at the coaches, you like, man, look, it's like they got PhDs and chemists and, you know what I'm saying, got people who know plays that then they forgot more plays than you know.
And listen, I'm loving the whole entire style. We went and got one of the best sports science dudes in the whole world.
Right.
And that's gonna help us out a lot, especially for recovery time with the players, you know what I'm saying, with injuries and stuff like that. And, you know, just working out, getting bigger and staying fit. We went and got that guy was he was in the I think from hockey and stuff like that, and he just was one of the best. We went and he brought Coach Fields, the strength and conditioning coach. He's one of the best. Man, the way Mario put the staff together, man, it just, and then not to mention, we just went and hired Alonzo last week. I mean,
Oh man,
you got
and we already had Radakovic.
We already got Radakovic. You know what I'm saying? Now you just hired an NFL GM who done led teams to Super Bowls.
Right.
You know, oh man, we just hired the guy from the Dolphins, right?
Yeah. Yep. Which I don't. Is there a cap on how many coaches we can hire?
Nope, not no more. Not no more. You want to hire him? If you could pay him, let's go.
Shoot.
I mean, it makes sense because you got 85 players, man. That's a lot for just 9 coaches to maintain. You know what I'm saying? So if you could hire up to 50 coaches if you want to, that's not a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Like each player gonna have his own personal coach.
They should. They should. The 9 coaches, the coaches who are on the field shouldn't have to worry about the players getting in trouble off the field. They should just worry about what's going on when they strap up. You know what I'm saying? You should have coaches in place that worries about everything else that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that to help with what's going on the field. So
that's true.
That's why Bama got 1,000 coaches. You know what I'm saying? Clemson got 1,000 coaches. You don't hear too many players getting in trouble at certain schools and stuff because they got a whole bunch of coaches. You know what I'm saying? When you only got a little amount of coaches, guess what, man? The players, they gonna be doing what they want to do. You know. So
let me ask you this question: since you're of course your expertise has always been recruiting. You've always had your ears to the ground as far as knowing who's seriously looking at UM and who's not. How do you think, just with the coaching staff we have, do you think us winning more games this first year matters to some of these players that's going to be coming out next year? Or they're looking at the coaches and saying, man, we know that stuff is going to change and we just want to be a part of it?
Okay, so you have certain kids who just have great relationships with the staff. And then I think, but yeah, us winning games definitely, because we've heard all the rah before at UM. You know what I'm saying? Players hear it too. They like, yeah, we hear it. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't adding up. So winning games, developing players, getting players drafted into the NFL is going to help a lot to keep the kids here.
Right.
It's just unfortunately that Mario came in. He's okay. He's in now. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunately that the 23 class have a lot of high caliber players that's local.
Right.
That's saying, well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you on, but you know, we just don't know just yet. You know, a lot now. To be truthful, a lot of them love the fact that Mario is here. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's just, man, you know, man, these schools out here just put 3 receivers in the first round, man.
I feel you, but think about this. If I'm the dudes over at American Heritage, the receivers and the DBs over there, if I can go with all 4 of my guys, I can go 4 to 5 deep from American Heritage. I can go 2 to 3 deep from Aquinas. You know what I'm saying? 2 to 3 deep from Central, from Northwestern, from Columbus. If I can go with the dudes I've been playing with for a long time to a school, and then have a coach that's gonna instill discipline in us, and we know that. I don't know, man. I'm kind of betting on myself. I'm kind of.
I mean, yeah, that's okay. That's the thought process. Like, you know, maybe me, you, others, we think like that. Like, man, shoot. But then again, I wouldn't want to follow anybody to a school. You know, okay, yeah, Ohio State, they getting all these receivers. They put receivers. That don't make me want to go to that school, because if I feel like I'm good, I'm gonna go where I could go, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
That's how I think. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them kids don't think like that. Now, if you just got just imagine if we had a whole bunch of James Williams or a whole bunch of Duke Johnsons who just say, I'm a Hurricane. I'm a Hurricane regardless. I'm going to go there and I'm going to do what I got to do. I know I'm going to get drafted anyway. Just imagine if you just had 25 of them each year.
I think that's going to start happening because, like I know back in the day, everybody was waiting on that University of Miami scholarship offer.
Yeah.
So no, everybody you could have got you a Georgia offer or whatever, but it was nothing like getting that offer from University of Miami.
Yeah. It seems like now everybody, all the people use Miami to get other offers.
Right. They now they're looking for the Bama offer.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But guess what?
Yeah, but no, we now. I give us 2 to 3 years. We'll be probably the top commodity, because if you just say you win this year, you win next year. Now everybody's saying, okay, we believe him. Let's go.
Right.
You know, you already know Mario can recruit. So now you winning and developing players, it makes it so much easy for the kids to say, man, I'm going to Miami.
So how many receivers do you think we need?
I think I'm just going to be truthful. I'm thinking we need 4 to 5, because what happens is it's not just going to happen just at UM. It's going to happen around college football. What's happening is you say, hey, it's almost like NFL free agents when you like, man, okay, man, they've been here 2, 3, 4 years and they ain't did nothing, man. So we're gonna have to let you go. Let's go get some more young kids to keep it going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So as of now, I think the oldest receiver we have on our roster is Ladson and maybe Restrepo.
Right.
And Keyshawn Smith. So just them 3 alone, you saying, which one of them receivers like really showed that they like the man that you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We really relying on Jacoby George, a true sophomore, Romelo Brinson, a true sophomore. You know what I'm saying? Like, to come in and be the man. You know, so what's going to happen is, man, plus the fact that you could get more than 25 scholarships now, you're going to overly recruit to push the players out who haven't done anything.
Right. One thing I want to say, though, I saw Robbie Washington highlight tape the other day.
Yeah.
He's listed as an athlete, and truth be, that is where he should be listed. I'm looking at him and I'm like, man, he's better than some of these receivers that are true receivers.
Yeah, he's the man. But I know early on I kept telling people, I say, well, leave him listed as an athlete so you can still take 4 receivers and then 5. You know what I'm saying? Just to play the number game. Just say, you know what I'm saying, you want to take 4 receivers and then you still got Robbie, which makes 5.
Yeah.
No, he's going to play receiver. So yeah, I think, man, they want to get some speed, man. So I think this class, they want to go after the speed guys.
Well, they got it with Robbie Washington for sure.
They got it with him. They trying to get, just say Jaylen Brown and Andy Jean, and then Nathaniel come. That's a track. That's a track 4x14 right there.
Yeah, I believe if those guys did come, a lot of them would definitely compete for playing time as freshmen.
Yeah. I mean, just by watching a lot of these kids over the years, man, even like when the 21 class came, me and Streeter kept telling people, like, man, them guys in that class not coming to sit the bench. They never sat the bench in their life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna change when they get to college.
It's not.
It
will take Brandon Ennis too.
Of course. You take Ennis, you take Hakeem. Man, you listen. If Brandon Ennis, Hakeem Williams, Jaylen Brown, Nathaniel Joseph, Andy Jean, Robbie Washington, all of them want to commit, take them all. Take them all.
I feel you.
Take them all. You take them. It's like, okay, we finna push some. It's some receivers we got on the staff we can push out. Hey, man, you ain't did what you're supposed to do. So gotta go. We'll take it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and what we could do is probably just take one running back, and just if it's a receiver that got that skill set where they can line up in the backfield too, we can do that too.
I mean, you still got Rashad Smith who could get in the backfield.
Exactly.
So, yeah, man. I just think, and then again, okay, so now the 24 receiver class is going to be pretty. Not pretty. I think really, really, really good.
Right.
They got some top dogs in the 24 class that, man, is. I mean, if we don't get Brandon or Hakeem, I ain't mad, because if we could get at least one of those guys in the 24 class, I'm happy.
Yeah, if we could focus on speed this class, if we can land Ray, if we can land what's his name? Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
If we can land those two guys and then fill in the blanks with the rest.
I think if Andy Jean comes back, because Andy Jean's another speed guy. And just to add on with Robbie Washington, that's a track, that's a speed track team right there.
Yeah. Here's my question though. When we talk about Andy Jean, we know that Andy Jean is a great player. Why is he? I mean, what is he listed as from a rating perspective?
Oh yeah, that's something I don't even have an answer for. We would really have to just sit down with 24/7 to explain that one at least, because it's like, what is he not checking off at? I don't know. I see him in big game. Every big game he gets in, he plays good.
Right.
He plays outstanding. You can't say he's 6'1". That should be a check. He's 4.4 speed. That should be a check. He plays in good games. That should be a check. I don't know. I just don't know why they have him so rated low.
Right.
He's supposed to be like a 95 or better. I just don't know why. I don't know. I mean, but that's something that 24/7 will have to explain why.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Because, like you said, he's always that guy. Like if you need somebody to catch a 3rd and 15, you saw him in high school, and they will constantly go to him for that. So
yeah,
he makes those big plays in big time situations.
That's the thing. I have to kind of go back and forth and argue with a bunch of fans when they be like, "Oh, look at his film." Look at certain people's films, and I be like, "Man," I say, if you only judging them on the highlight film that you see, then you don't know football, because who finna put a bad play on their highlight film?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how you judging somebody off a highlight film? But now if you go watch the kid the whole game, what if the kid's so good that they double team him or triple team him the whole game where he can't get the ball? Let's see how he act.
Right.
Is he going along with the plan that, my team, as long as my team win, we good? You know what I'm saying? If I have to take 3 players out of the equation for my team to win, then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people even think about that, but it matters.
Right. It does.
So I seen one kid put a highlight film on, man, and I watched him for 2 years, and I was like, well, I don't know why you put this together, because what I see when I come out there to watch you ain't what you do, but you only put the good plays, but you don't put what you really do out there.
Right.
Get it?
Now, I gotta say, when you talk about a wide receiver anyway, one of the traits that you want in your wide receiver is you want them to be able to step up in those big time games and make the play. That's been the reason why we have not been as successful as we wanted to be as a program, is we've not had receivers step up in big time games. And Andy Jean has that. I mean, you look at his highlight tape. I'm looking at it right now as we speak, and you see him going up against that team in Tampa Bay. Every time they needed, they were
IMG, yeah.
No, the one they played for.
Oh, we talk about Tampa Jesuit.
Tampa Jesuit. And I'm talking about he's double covered and still making the play. So You see it, and so he's playing top competition, and he's making plays.
Yeah,
And
I mean, Andy Jean been making big time plays since ninth grade, since he was in the ninth grade.
right,
So again, Rich, you look, I'm just as confused as you, man. Why he ain't, rated one of the best in the nation? I'm just as confused as you. So,
but at the same time, I'll say this though: when I look at this for both of these guys, when I look at Robbie Washington and then I look at Ray Ray, the first thing I say is both of them got speed that you just can't coach.
yeah, you can't coach that.
You can't even coach it.
They got the kind of speed that you was getting back in the days that once you get once they get their hands on the ball, they just make a play.
Right.
It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna say this, and it's jokingly, but it's an idea. Just thinking like, okay, so you get Ray Ray and Robbie Washington, it kind of goes back to when we had Sonoris Moss and Roscoe Parrish.
Right.
Just fast out of this world when they get their hands on the ball. You know what I'm saying? Smaller receivers, but once they get their hands on the ball, they make plays.
Right.
What you said, man, we haven't been getting the receivers that make big plays in big games. We just been getting, man, he's just a possession receiver. He's not a big game, stuff like that. And I think this class 23 and 24 definitely have some receivers, man, who make big plays in big games.
Now the other position, the position that I'm kind of worried about a little bit is quarterback. So not what we have on our roster. What we have on our roster is top notch. But I'm talking about recruiting. With NIL, you know these quarterbacks are going to get their hands in the pot first when it comes to money. And how are we going to navigate that and make sure we getting 4 and 5 star quarterback?
I mean, okay, so for this class, I ain't too worried about it because what you're going to have with quarterbacks is you're going to have quarterbacks getting NIL deals and then going to the teams where they could play immediately.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm a 5-star quarterback, why would I not really going to no school that got 2-3 quarterbacks and who's sitting there waiting? Like, that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because now I got to really work for it to play, and I might not get that opportunity. But I could go to this other school who got their quarterback leaving, get the money, and then I could play right away. You know what I'm saying? So for 23, I'm not really focused on quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Because we have 2 quarterbacks waiting. Now 24 and 25 will be the years I say, yeah, let's get a top-notch guy. You know what I'm saying? It just makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to land a top quarterback this year. He don't play, then next year don't win a starting job, then he transfers.
Yeah,
that's true. So it's like now we got to really start thinking like a real NFL, a real franchise team. You know what I'm saying? You bring in a top quarterback for 23. They are, Jake Garcia is probably most likely the guy next after TVD leave. Then you still got Jacory Brown right there. Why would I go there and sit? I'm the third man now. I'm gonna have to really sit for 2-3 years now. Nah, I'm finna go to a school where I can play.
Right, but we see people do it. We see Alabama. They just got Eli Holston.
Yeah. I mean, certain schools can afford to do that. You know what I'm saying? Miami, we're not there yet. So if I'm just saying, if we just say we do land Jaden Rashad, you think he gonna sit for 3 years and wait?
Nah, nope.
So is it important to get a top quarterback in this class?
Nah, it's really not. It's really not.
Yeah, I mean, not many people. Listen, what Jake Garcia is doing is rare. I don't think too many quarterbacks will do what Jake Garcia is doing.
No.
What, just sit and wait?
Yeah.
It happens at winning programs, don't it?
Yeah, you winning, you have a control of, yeah, it don't matter if you don't want to wait, cool. Somebody else will. You know what I'm saying? They can do that.
Right.
But
And that's what we was just talking, like Alabama, you know, they got another one, number 5 quarterback in the nation. And you just like, well, that kid is gonna sit for 2 years. So, you know.
well, okay, so the thing with them is like, okay, once Bryce Young league, I think it's open. It's an open market for a quarterback because I don't think they have anybody on their roster that's saying, okay, I'm the man next up. Yeah, they've been recruiting top quarterbacks, but it ain't like somebody like we know Jake is the man next up after TVD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think Bama know that their backup guy is the man next up. But so let's go get another top quarterback to help compete. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the quarterback left Ohio State and went back to Texas. He's like, man, shoot, I'm not even the man at Ohio State. Let me go.
Right. That's true.
Miami just hired, Mackenzie Rizzi. You know anything about his ex?
She
Director of Recruiting Administration.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Rizzi.
Yeah.
Dan Rizzi from the Miami Dolphins?
Oh man, I never thought about it. When I seen the name, I know the name from somewhere.
Right.
Executive assistant to Mackenzie Rizzi. Executive assistant to the head coach at Duke. She was.
Yeah, remember I told you, I told y'all, man, they not finished hiring people. There's some hires going.
Let's read a little background on Mackenzie Rizzi.
They're turning this thing into a corporation, man.
Man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, man. They gonna hate us. They is gonna hate Miami, boy. Miami start winning big games. They gonna hate us, boy.
Well, one thing I want them to do or focus on is some of those alumni who are no longer playing. They had their shot in the NFL, or they're in the coaching ranks now. I want to make sure that, you know, they're able to stay close to, you know, their college programs so that their college programs can give them a shot at coaching. So
yeah, I think. Well, that's one thing I would say UM has done. UM has done a good job with grad assistant coaching. One of the coaches I would love for UM to get back. I want them to bring him back. Bring him home, man. Hey, Mario, I hope you're watching this, man. Bring home Ryan Williams, please, pretty, please. Bring our guy Ryan Williams home where he belongs. He belongs in Miami.
Okay, look, a little bit about Mackenzie Rizzi. Mackenzie Rizzi is from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. She was born in New Haven, Connecticut. Birthday, born in 1998. My dad is a professional football coach, and my mom was a physical education teacher in elementary. I love sports, traveling, working. I am 2-time state champion. Huge part of my life. I enjoy it much. I'm outgoing, fun-loving. What the fuck was this? Was this her yearbook? But this is her background. Like, she's been in football. Communications intern at the Pelicans, communications intern at the Saints, Duke executive assistant to the head coach, player development at Penn State, community relations intern, Super Bowl PR staff, nationals with the Jets, football operations intern with the Jets. So this is Darren Rizzi's daughter. There has to be a story here somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, she been a little bit of everywhere. Seems like
she's been in sports and like in back office. It seems like, yeah, like she's been in the back office of sports.
And she went to Duke.
Oh, she already done changed it to Miami. Shit, director of recruiting administration at Miami.
So she gonna be the one making all them phone calls.
That I was talking about with
that. Yeah, making all the phone calls.
Hey Mo, how you doing? How's the dog doing? Shamar around you? You know you got an interview with Jimbo today. She gonna be making a phone call?
Yeah, she was making them phone calls.
Listen, man, if y'all in here, hit the like button for us and share for us, man.
Hey, Streeter,
hit the
you
like
was
button
you
for
was
us.
you was gone. You was gone, right? So Rich brought up the scenario with receivers, about how many we would take, and then I said, well, what if Brandon Enos, Hakeem Williams, Nathaniel Joseph, Andy Jean, Robbie Washington, Jaylen Brown all want to come to UM, and I said, you take them all.
You take them all, right?
You
Did
take
the
them
numbers
all.
change?
You take them
Did
all.
the
And
numbers change?
you tell the receivers who on your roster already who hasn't done anything. Hey man, we got to find a home for you.
Gotta go. But didn't the numbers change anyway?
Yeah. You could take over 25. You could take over 25 scholarships this year. You just gotta make sure you're under the age 5 scholarship limit, though.
People still sleep on how. Did y'all get to the Teddy Bridgewater reading or no?
No, you didn't.
Nah, you didn't get it.
Okay, before we get out of here, man, let's read this, man. My advisor from Teddy Bridgewater, my advisor Abe Elon, and I have been rocking going on 9 years now. My guy done helped me transition from college league to without taking anything from anyone. My guy done helped me. My guy said I got reading it, but my guy done helped me transition from college to the league without taking anything from anyone. You see, when you're getting ready to enter the league or even before your last year of college, so many agents going to try and give you that marketing advance. We talked about it before, which to me is depth. Teddy is saying the marketing advance is depth. He's saying it right here. Unless you know the game, the marketing advance is depth. For me, I turned down $1 million+ fresh out of college when most guys I knew or before me took that advance money. Instead of me owning an agent before I got in the league, Abe advised me to go to the bank and take out a loan. Simple fix. Think about it.
Well, it's really interesting that he was able to take out a loan.
You could take out a loan off their face, period, because they're going to the draft, bro.
I know.
The bank will give them a goddamn loan. They ain't even got to get drafted yet. Think about it. A few months prior, I was in college living off of $400 a month. So what was I going to need all that money for fresh out of college? I went to the bank, took out a $35,000 loan, $17,500 in cash, $17,500 in a credit line. Now I was able to establish a line of credit, right? Now I was able to establish myself with a great credit score early and still live within my means. Instead of owing an agent $1 million from the advance, I was able to. That money that those guys take from those agents is kind of like basically the leverage over you to kind of control you for the next few years. And it happens every time. And death to all the players before you that's like, take it, dog, you straight, take it. Everybody do it.
Right.
Because now
I remember that. Remember that basketball player who?
Wait. Let me finish reading the story. So instead of being down $1 million+ fresh out of college, when most guys I knew or before me, that's the same part again. That's just the basics. These agents know if they give a kid that came from nothing $100,000, that child will feel obligated to them, and that's the way of getting us to sign with them. It's the same in the hood sometimes. The old head looks out for you, and you before know it, they own your rights. That sound familiar, X?
That sound all familiar. 360 deals, music contract deals.
Teddy has a way of putting words, bro, that it's just as simple as that. I've said it before. Somebody give you $100,000 to go sign a bunch of footballs, even if you were going to get it with them or without them, you feel like they made you $100,000. You feel like you owe them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Teddy just broke down the game right here real fast, but we got guys signing shit already. They don't know what they signed in college.
Yeah.
Already.
Yo, what's his name? Leonard Cook or something like that? The dude who was supposed to be better than LeBron James when.
Oh, you mean Lenny? Yeah, Lenny.
Yeah, Lenny Cook. Yeah, I remember him, and he took, I think, a couple hundred, like $300,000, and that swayed his whole decision.
And to be truthful, I don't know why anybody even said he was supposed to be better than LeBron James because he wasn't. I seen the first hand.
Don say Teddy homeboy Abe sound like Mo. Exactly. Get somebody that gives a damn about you. You know what I'm saying? Not saying the agents don't care, because there's a lot of agents out there that give a fuck and do a lot for these kids. They be hustling, but they don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can surround yourself with people you know, and if they give a damn, they'll go learn the game. They'll go shadow some agents. They'll go do what they gotta do.
Yeah. True. I mean, hey, what LeBron did with some of his best friends, man, sent them boys to school to learn the game.
He basically told the agent, listen, man, this guy's going to shadow you. Okay, y'all want to do business with me? We'll give y'all a year, but my guy going to shadow you, and we out.
Right.
You going to tell LeBron, nope.
That's what they do in business all the time. When they like, hey, could you train this new employee? Don't be doing that.
Right.
They do it all the time.
All the time.
So listen, man, let's get up out of here, man. We've been in here to 9 o'clock. Unless y'all want to shut it down, y'all can shut it down. Y'all want to hold it down, shut it down.
No, exactly. Nah, man. Can't give them everything tonight. We got space tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
We got space. We damn sure do. And y'all can talk about Mo Land in the bed with Shamar. Appreciate y'all, man.
All right, man.
Yo. Listen, man, 786-405-9499, 786-405-9499. We're going to get down with Investor.IOD Squad. I had a nice little show tonight, man. Make sure you hit the like button, bro. We got 500 people watching, 25 likes. Hit the like button for us, man. We're going to get down with IOD Squad, 786-405-9499. I think the link is pinned at the top. We pinned it at the top of the end. Go check out that Luke interview, man. Don't put off tomorrow something you could do today. The rest of your life could be seconds away. I'm D, and I'm out of here.